to talk a little bit about a mother blessing, or a blessing way, or a mother rising, it's sometimes known as. Firstly, just explaining what it is, and secondly, how to go about organizing one. I'm going to give 5 tips or suggestions as to how you might go about organizing one. It's pertinent for me at the moment because I just had a mother blessing for me. This is pregnant on my 3rd baby, but it was my 2nd mother blessing. I didn't know about them when I was pregnant on my 1st, unfortunately, but I did have a mother blessing before my son was born, and it was the most beautiful experience, and I really felt it empowered me so much for the birth. And so that's why I wanted to have another one now that I'm pregnant again, and so that happened recently. So I guess I'm full of all the kind of experience of it, and I wanted to share because I think it's something that so many people don't know about, and it's just such a lovely thing to do for a pregnant mom. So what is a mother blessing? Well, it is actually traditionally a Native American ceremony, but it has kind of filtered into Western culture as a mother blessing, and it's like a ceremony to celebrate motherhood, and that it happens just before birth. You can have one for every birth, and you should. And it's basically a gathering of the pregnant woman's close female friends, close family, mentors, doula, maybe midwife, or anyone she feels that will bring her support and love and encouragement and inspiration. So it can take many different forms. Usually it's just like people are invited over to the mother's house, and it can be as informal or as kind of structured as you want. But really what it's about is supporting mother, bringing her gifts or symbols or words or blessings or prayers, but all to kind of inspire and encourage and, really support her, because it's such a huge change in a person's life, either becoming a mother for the first time or 2nd, 3rd, or however many times a mom you are. So that's the whole idea behind it, and it's a really lovely thing to organize for someone, and it's something that is just so lovely to be done for you as well. So you might think of it like a baby shower, but for the mother. And I guess it's more meaningful and less superficial, whereas a mother blessing is far deeper and more symbolic and more nurturing. So I like to think of it as one of the, I suppose, the 3 blood passages or rites of passage of a woman. The first being your first bleed, this being the second, mother blessing, when you become a mother, and then the 3rd being the menopause. So I think it's really nice to mark that passage and to give it more meaning. So how can you organize a mother blessing? Well, I think it's really good to work with the pregnant mom and help her decide what she'd like. The first thing you're going to need to do is to choose who is invited. Now, this can be a tricky one because obviously you don't want too many people because it will lose that sense of intimacy, and you want to make sure that the people you invite are going to support and really give to the mother, and that they're fully present in that giving. If people can't make it, they can always send their blessings or their symbols or whatever to whoever's facilitating the mother blessing, and they can still be part of it in spirit, if not in person. Secondly is to choose with the pregnant mom what symbols or gifts or offerings or blessings that everybody is to bring with them. So there's quite a lot of preparing involved for each person that comes along. So some examples could be, and some really nice things to do are to ask each person to bring a candle, and they can choose whatever candle they want to bring, and it can have meaning or not. It can be a certain color, scent, shape, size, whatever. The pregnant mom might ask for like an affirmation to do with birth or to do with motherhood, or a blessing or a prayer, a few words even, or a poem. There are beautiful, poems and songs and blessings out there, or they can just make up their own, which is sometimes even more meaningful. And that's a lovely gift for the mom, because that's something that she can then read when she's in labor, just before she's in labor, and gain strength from. You might ask each person that's coming along to bring let's say a symbol of motherhood, a symbol from nature, or sometimes a gift for the mom if they want to. It doesn't have to be something big, but something meaningful. That can be really nice too, but that's not really a prerequisite. It's not really about the gifts. It's more about bringing yourself and your encouragement to the mom. Number 3, then, when you're at the mother blessing, whoever's facilitating needs to weave a circle. So basically everyone just sits around in a circle, including the pregnant mom, and will maybe each person might introduce themselves. Everyone might know each other. So maybe a circle of introductions, and then maybe as well as yourself, you might like to call any strong women in your life or that have come before you. It could be a grandma, it could be someone important that you might like to bring into the circle and bring their energy in as well. You also might like to bring in the elements. You don't have to, but it could be a nice kind of grounding experience to do that. Just water, earth, air, fire, and kind of say what the importance of each of them is, and how that can bring the mom strength. Within that circle, you could do the things like lighting the candles. Each person could light their candle as they're explaining who they are and who else they're calling into the circle. You light the candles during the ceremony, and then when it's over, everyone blows out their candle, and each person will take their candle home with them. Usually the person facilitating the mother blessing will then send a text out to everyone when the mother is in labor, and you'll relight those candles, kind of creating that circle of support and strength and light for the mom while she's in labor. All those people just sending those good vibrations and those good vibes to the mom just can only be great. And then maybe also then after that, you could go around the circle explaining your symbols, what the symbol of motherhood that you brought for this mom and why, and maybe even a symbol from nature if you're doing that. And I suppose in that sense, there's a kind of a flowing to the ceremony, because each person is adding to what they've brought. Then you might go around with the blessings or affirmations as well. Then number 4, you will have some group activities that you'll do. Something that is often done during a mother blessing is to make a crown of flowers for the mom to be. It's really lovely. Like, first of all, it feels kind of weird, but once you have the crown in your head, you feel so special. It's amazing how something really simple like flowers woven into a crown, just something from nature, it makes you just feel like a goddess. And that's what it's all about, really nurturing the mom to be. Now, you can ask people to bring a flower each, something that reminds them of the mom, or a particular flower that they like, or the person facilitating can just have a bunch of flowers, and that can go around as the ceremony is taking place, and each mom will weave a flower around for the mom to be and give it to her to wear, crown her. Another group activity might be to do handprints in a circle. So each mom will get the paint or whatever and print their hand, so that the mom, then the pregnant mom, will have that picture, that image of all of the people who are at her mother blessing in the symbolic hand, that their strength is with her. It's a lovely way to bring everyone together and to have that kind of visual of the ceremony then afterwards. Another group activity that can be done is asking each person to bring a bead and to choose a bead for whatever reason. It could be the color reminds them of the person, it could be the shape, the size, the type, the material, whatever it is. And then the mom or someone in the circle can thread those beads together to make a bracelet for the mom, and this is something that she will keep and that she will hopefully use during labor to give her strength. And I really found that helped me. And I could feel all my friends, like all of the people who had been at the blessing, present with me during the labor when I held that bracelet. It was just really powerful, you know. It was really lovely, and knowing that they chose the bead for a certain reason. And another really nice group activity that you could do is to thread a circle. So basically just a couple of times around each person's wrist and pass it on, and to do that during the ceremony, so that you wait until the full circle is created. With just like here I have my one, it's just a piece of red thread. You can choose whichever color you like. And the whole idea, the symbol of it, is the circle of support, that you're all bound together, and then you cut it and tie it, and you keep that with you until the pregnant mom's baby is born. And the idea being that each time you look at that piece of thread around your wrist, that you think of the mom and you send her good thoughts and you send her strength, and that you're it's a symbol that you're with her until the baby comes. It's a really lovely symbolic, meaningful way to bring together the group as well. Then finally, the tip number 5 would be to pamper the mother. So this might happen after the circle or during it. And some things that can be done are belly painting, which I had done. It's really lovely to get your belly painted. Now, I hired someone this time and she was amazing, but I know her, so it was nice, you know, like she was there and she was kind of part of what was going on as well. You can get a belly cast done. You can get massage. Everyone could massage your hands and your feet, or you can get henna, you know, drawings on your arms or your belly. Of course, then you ask each person to bring some food to share, and you share food at the end or at the beginning, whichever. And that's just a lovely way to finish off, I think. You know, who doesn't want to eat, especially if you're pregnant? And I suppose the whole idea is to nurture the mom to be with all of these, you know, symbols and gestures and gifts. You can also ask the mom to be to bring her own symbols. She might like to bring a symbol for herself, for her partner, for the baby, for any other children that she has. And those two will become part of the ceremony, and then she'll keep them and use them, you know, during labor and birth. What I did was I took all my bits from the mother blessing and kept them in like a little box. Well, actually, this is the one for my second mother blessing. It's quite a big box because I've got like a few candles and stuff in it. Then to take that out during labor and to lay it out, well, my doula did this for me, so I didn't have to worry about it. And like it's almost like you're recreating that same energy from the mother blessing, and you're like transported back to that moment of pure connection and empowerment, you know, female empowerment. It's amazing. And I think those symbols can become part of your birth altar and can just bring such strength during labor and birth. And I think that's the whole idea, you know, is just to surround the mom to be with love and support and inspiration, and just to be with her and to say that you're there. And it's a really, really beautiful thing to do for someone, and to like, it was just such a lovely thing. Basically, I just like felt like a goddess after it, you know. I really felt so loved. I was just loved up, and it helps the flow of oxytocin, you know, that really good hormone of bonding and of love and of birth. So yeah, I guess it helps to bring that back, you know, when you're in labor, when you're looking at all those things, and you're feeling the strength from the beads and from the thread and from all the symbols and the words. My advice to you is to go and organize yourself a mother blessing if you're pregnant, or if you know someone who is, show them this video and like suggest, you know, would it be something that you'd like to do? Because obviously if the ceremony part it doesn't feel right for you, you can always go out for a meal and do something a bit more casual, still asking maybe to bring one symbol or a bead or something to bring it, you know, to bring you that strength that you might need. If you have any questions about this, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them, and it was really lovely to share this with you, and I'll be back to chat to you again very soon.